And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. I am back, and you probably said the sound sounds different. It's because my house is empty. Is is getting more empty, and now you can hear the echoes in the house. Now I need some sound pads. Oh, I tell you, this move is just this move is a move. What's going on? How was your Memorial Day weekend? Let me just get my hat right here. Look, okay, there we go. We're in there. How was your Memorial Day weekend? I had a really amazing time off. I'm sore, and I probably will continue to be sore. I still am paring down the house. You see, there's nothing in here but the trees. All my books are off the shelf. I reduced my library by half. Artifacts are away, putting things away. It's been a long. I left you guys on Tuesday last week, right? And it's been a week of nothing but work and paring down. So getting this house ready for the big sale. So, well, really for the paint job first. And I think we're gonna have once this paint job is done, the house is gonna look amazing. So I can't wait to see the painters come in and do their thing, and I'm gonna pop out of the house. I don't know where I'm going. I think I'm gonna hang out with Adrian. I think I am. I don't know. I may go down to North Carolina. I have no idea. But you can probably hear the difference in the sound for sure. And that's because the house is empty. It's getting more empty by the day. I've given away lots of plants. I still have 20 plants to go. Yeah, I still have 20 plants to go, but I've given away about 25 plants already. So I used to have at one time I had 100 plants in this house, but then they reduced down to about 60, and now I'm down to about 20. So they're going. My neighbors are taking them. My friends are coming by to take them. And that's how we're rolling. Let me just say hello to some folks this morning. Good morning after the Memorial Day weekend. Hannah is the first person in the building. She gets a wonderful gold medal, imaginary. And welcome, Hannah. So good to see you. Elise is in the building. Elise, good morning and good. I don't know if I should even say it, Elise. We didn't get to see each other while you were in New York. What happened? I was waiting for you. I don't know. I got shaded. I got shaded. Kimmy's in the building. She says, good morning. And Aya's in the building. She says, grand rising, Ron, and everyone. So good to see you all in the building. Kaz is in the building this morning. What's going on, Kaz? So good to see you. And also Charlene. Charlene is in the building. She says, good morning. And the wonderful G.R. Houston Jack is in the building. Lee says, my schedule was crazy. I know, you're so important. I know. We small folks have to hang out on the sideline and wait for your time to be together. You knew I was going to tease you, Elise. You knew I was going to tease you. I thought about it. I said, where is Elise? It worked out because I was drowning with again packing up the closets. Goodwill came by on Friday and took 5 huge bags of clothing, shoes, sweaters, suits, coats. I didn't even know I had so much stuff. I did not realize I had so much stuff. And yeah, so it is really I'm accomplishing. I see the improvement. I am, I'm I was telling Gwendolyn, I said, I am kind of like enjoying the space like it is. My space has not been this empty since I moved here. So, which is about 30 years ago. And I am liking the curtains came down, so there's no curtains on the window. So now you got a whole total view of the city skyline and the Brooklyn skyline and pieces of Staten Island. So it has been it's definitely getting used to the new apartment. It feels like a new apartment, even though it's not a new apartment, but I'm sure it will totally feel new when the paint goes on the wall. And but I wish I would have done this sooner because then I would have had time to enjoy it. But I'll enjoy it until it's sold, and that's what I'll be doing. Um, who else is it? Oh, Jazzy's in the building. What's up, Jazzy? Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people, she says. And Cass says, you never know until you go back through it all. Let me tell you, I went through shirts. I didn't even know. I forgot I had shirts that were in the closet. I was like, oh my gosh, I have so many beautiful clothes. I have not worn these clothes. Can't fit into I couldn't fit into any of them. So I said, let me get rid of them. And then I did keep some of them just in case. Just in case I'm able to. Excuse me as I take my drink in the morning and out of my moonshine glass. But it was I shoes that I had not worn. I was like, oh my gosh, I have not worn these shoes. Then it was one pair of shoes I bought and never wore. And I was like, wait a minute, I need to be using these shoes. And sneakers, I got rid of old sneakers because I used to work for Foot Locker back in the day, Champ Sports under the Foot Locker brand. And so I used to buy all these sneakers, and I have baseball caps and all kinds of. I have all these collector baseball caps, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I said I may have to just give them to Adrian or give them to his sons, or maybe they want some baseball caps. I don't know, but they have all that. They're all like remember when we all went through that throwback era? Everyone was getting throwback jerseys, throwback caps, throwback everything. Well, when I was a manager at Foot Locker at Champ Sports downtown Brooklyn and in Jersey, I used to collect them. I was like, look, I can get them for cheap, so I might as well have them. But I still have a lot of those collectibles. I have football jerseys. I was like, I have football jerseys I'd hardly ever wear. But I did not want to give them away. That I did not get to Goodwill. I was like, those are not going to Goodwill. So anyway, and there probably will be one more Goodwill stop here at the house. So what did you guys do? I want to know, what did you do? What did you do on this Memorial Day weekend? I want to put it in the comment box. What did you do yesterday? If some of you can check out some of the footage, just a small footage. I was at the BAM Dance Africa 2025 Dance Festival 2025. It was amazing. This year they had several areas where the drums were going, people were dancing. So I got a lot of good footage, a lot of photos. Maybe you know what? Let me show you. I'm editing, so let me bring this up on the screen and today we're gonna have a short show. And this week is gonna be kind of crazy again because I have some events I'm doing events for the Manhattan Chamber. I'm going to get my oncologist examination. So I'm leaving right immediately after here to go to get my blood work checked to make sure I'm still cancer free and everything's going fine. So getting that done today. And then at the end of the week, it's that dental surgery. I don't want to call it surgery, but it's the dental cleaning that I dread. The last time I went was just a general cleaning. This Friday is my deep cleaning. And so there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving pieces going on in my life at the moment, which is great. But I want to make sure that I'm here with you all and that we are doing this together and that I'm here to support you as well. So, and let me know how I can support as well for you guys. I see also Lisa just into the building, and also Derek T. Tuggle is in the building with his hello. And Kimmy says, when you are working and busy, it is hard to keep up with all the stuff. And let me tell you, it is so true. It is so true. And last week was really good to just rest. I mean, well, like I said, it wasn't resting. I was working, but I didn't have to work on the house and also be here live. So, but I want to make sure. I was like, I can't do this 2 weeks. I can't be away from you guys, but I cannot be away from you guys for 2 weeks. So I said I have to show up. I have to show up. Okay, and yes, Lisa's in the building. Lisa, I have some items that you need to come pick up. Since you have the car. I still have your Martha's Vineyard shirt, and I have another shirt that I have for you. You have to come pick them up. You have to come pick them up. So, yeah, so Lisa and I have to make some scheduling. And yeah, them old school jerseys. Remember the old school jerseys? Right? This old school jerseys. That was a big thing back then. I did get some of them away, but I have some great football jerseys. Titans. What's the other ones? Titans. And you know what was weird is that I never bought a jersey for New York. I said I never bought a Giants jersey. How did that escape me, especially during the Strahan years? I kick myself in the foot. I kick myself all the time and say I did not get a Strahan jersey when I was working at Foot Locker. Dog it. Hindsight. Oh. I said, what was I thinking? I got all these other jerseys, but I didn't get the Giants? And I'm a New Yorker? Oh, at least it's because they have bums. No, this is when they were winning. Remember, they won the Super Bowl in the 2000s. When was the last time they won the Super Bowl? When was the last time the Giants won a Super Bowl? Computer. When was the last time the New York Giants won the Super Bowl?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the New York Giants have won the Super Bowl 4 times. They won it in 1986, 1990, 2007, and 2011.
Oh, so it was twice since I've been as so 2007, and 2000. I think he said 2012 or something like that. I think so. Yeah. So I mean, they won. The Giants. I mean, they're 12-year drought. They're on a 12-year drought, going on 13-year drought. So Giants. I love the Giants. I had the opportunity one time to photograph at the Giants facility, and that was really cool. And but yeah, I do love the Giants. I do love the Giants. Lisa says in 1982. Dr. Ty says, good morning. She's in the house as well. Also, make sure you hit the likes. Make sure it sends the algorithms that we are here, that we're on, especially when we haven't been on for a couple of days. So the algorithms like dip, and now we got to get the algorithms back up. So some teams never won. Exactly. Think about that, Kimmy. I'm glad you said that. Some teams have never won the Super Bowl. Some teams have never won. And Jazzy says, as a Commanders fan, I can't relate. Football is a good. I love watching football. However, how many of you guys are watching the basketball? Not the semifinals. How many are you watching? I mean, the Knicks pulled it out the hat. Was it Saturday? And hopefully they will pull it out the hat again. But no team has ever won when they've lost two games in back to back in the front in the beginning. So maybe the Knicks will bring a miracle here. We'll see. But the next game is what, tonight? Is it next? When's the next Knicks game? So I'm hoping that the Knicks will pull this out of the hat because, yeah, the Knicks. Need I say any more about the Knicks? New York Knicks is there a fight going on outside? Can y'all, since I've cleared out my house, I can hear every conversation downstairs, 15 floors down. 15 floors down, and I can hear the conversations, and the sirens will keep going. Now the windows are closed. Yes, it's tonight, says Elise. It's tonight. The Knicks is tonight, so I gotta get ready for the Knicks game tonight. Jay says, I basically grew up in the basketball gym, so I can't stand basketball, but I do want the Knicks to win. Jazzy, now I'm curious. Why were you in a basketball gym? You grew up in a basketball gym. Are one of your parents into the basketball or a relative? I'm curious, Jazzy. You just opened up a can of worms. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. What had you in the basketball gym for so long growing up? Okay. So today's lesson is going to be on 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. We did this literally a year and a half ago. So I said, no, why not bring this out of the treasure chest and revisit this topic? So we're going to be doing that today for our Tip Tuesday. Today is Tip Tuesday for our photography. So we'll be doing that. And Lisa says the Knicks play around too much. They literally could have won all the games. The Knicks. I used to go to the Knicks games back in the old days. I stopped going. It was too much. Too much. I got tired of people walking out the building sad. I was like, there was no reason to go to the Knicks game because there was no joy. It was always disappointment. And so I don't like to be disappointed when it comes to basketball. Jazzy says, my sister played AAU basketball. She was on a national team. So my whole childhood was revolved around basketball. Really did not know that. Jazzy, I love it. I love it. Speaking of basketball, I may be going to the Liberty game on Thursday, so I cannot wait to see that. I will be at the Liberty game, so I might bring some footage from the Liberty game the Thursday evening. So I should be at the Liberty game on Thursday. We'll see. My cousin says he will confirm on the tickets. So if he says let's go, I'm going. So I love base. I love going to games live. I'm not so much a television game watcher unless it's the semifinals or the finals. Keep hope alive. Kimmy says, keep hope alive. I keep trying to keep hope alive. Keep hope alive when it comes to the Knicks and the Giants. Hey, Food Plane is in the building. What's going on? Food Plane is in the building. DS is in the building. So good to see you, sir. And Jazzy says, support the WNBA. You know, I really do like the women's basketball games. They are very, what's the word? It seems, I think the women basketball games are more dynamic. The guys play, the women, there's just something wonderful about watching the women play. I just love watching the women play basketball. More than the dudes. I know that sounds weird, right? But I do like the women playing more. They play better. They're just more into it. They seem like they're playing for their lives. Oh, I forgot to turn something on. There we go. Gotta put all this on my little beta tab there. There we go. I forgot to turn my beta tab on where all you can see so people in Instagram can see you guys comments from YouTube. So now you see that? Do you see that on the board there? You notice I moved the QR code to the top. So the QR code is at the top of the screen now. And now we have this wonderful comments on stage. And I love it. I love it. G says, Lord bless. Yeah, I know. Lord bless. One more gadget for me. Another gadget for me. I love a good gadget. I noticed also on the screen, it allows me to see on StreamYard how good my Wi-Fi is while I'm live. That's a new one. I never seen that before. So anyway. Okay, Food Plane says game one was crazy. Knicks had it all game. Then last minute we lost. Exactly. They should have won the first game. They really should have lost. I mean, that was ridiculous. Anyway, I was supposed to show y'all some photos. Let me see if I can show you. I just edited these photos on last night because I got in the house and I was like, you know what? Let me do some editing. And it was really, yesterday's event was really nice. The African Dance Festival. And there we go. Let's go into Microsoft. My Microsoft. And but you guys didn't tell me what you guys done. What did you do? Lisa, what did you do for Memorial Day? Food Plane, what did you do for Memorial Day? Dr. Tachi, what did you do for Memorial Day? G.R. Houston Jack, what did you do for your Memorial Day yesterday? How did you spend your day? I am curious because I want to know. What did you guys do? How did you spend it? Okay, here we go. Let me see. Where's my little Lightroom? While you guys are sharing your thoughts there. Yeah. What did you all do? What did you all do? Oh, Dr. Tice says, I sat here and mind. Dr. Tice says, I sat here and minded my Black business. And G says, I had no power for a number of hours and then it rained all day. Kimmy says, barbecued at my son's on Sunday and movies with grands on Monday, Memorial Day. Nice. And the Food Plane says, I was so busy all week, so I relaxed all day, made some barbecue. I enjoyed the sunlight for a while. And Lisa says, I put it there. You did it. You didn't read it. Oh, wait. Did you put yours in already, Lisa? Hold on a second. And Lisa says, morning. Okay, hold on a second. I didn't see yours. Wait, where is yours? Because they are blah, 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 blah. How did I miss yours? Lisa, I don't see yours. I don't see what you did on Memorial Day, Lisa. Oh, I do see the Knicks played around, but that is it. Nope. You did not register, Lisa. It did not register. Okay. So Food Plan says, I saw Gladiator 2 was amazing. Yesterday, this weekend. And it was can anyone, I mean, it was cold and raw in New York City on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got rain started on Thursday. It's been so chilly in the Northeast. It was I didn't even go out on Sunday because it was so cold. It was chilly and cold here in New York. I see here Jazzy says I hung out with my mom and nephews. Okay. Food Plane says, yes, more rain on the way for the next few days. Yes, it's going to rain on Wednesday and Thursday. And guess what happened? Guess if it was a sunny evening, guess what will be happening on this Wednesday and Thursday? It would have been Manhattan Hinge. Manhattan Hinges this week, but there'll be no sunlight, so there'll be no Manhattan Hinge. And you guys know what Manhattan Hinge is. Manhattan Hinge is when the street grid lines up with the west setting of the sun here in New York. So we have Manhattan Hinge twice a year, once in May and once in July. Jazzy says, Artscape was in Baltimore. I didn't go, but I heard it was nice. Yeah. Okay, let me show you again. Let me go to my BAM folder and dance 25. There we go. So here's some, you want to see some photos. Here we go. Let me get this out here. Let me show you some photos. So this is just a couple of photos from, I got a lot to edit. And I'll do some of them tonight and later on today, because it's really helping me to clear my mind to edit. Photography for me is therapy. And as a matter of fact, I will be talking to my insurance company is providing me with mental health benefits of checking and talking to therapy. So I think my therapy starts once, I think, is it once a week or once every 2 weeks? Can't remember what it is, but I'm going to be, I haven't had therapy in a while. So I said, let me try the therapy thing. Now my insurance is paying for it. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I just want to talk to a stranger. I talk to you guys, but I want to talk to a stranger. So these are photos from, this is just a couple of them, like I said, just a couple. And let me see here. Let me see it. Oh, what happened? Hold on a second. Hold on. Why is it? Hold on a second. Let me get something's not right here. Something's not right here. Let me stop sharing and get the screen together here. Not sure what happened to my screen. Let's reload. Oh, don't know why it went into magnification. What the heck happened here? You know, technology always gets me. Always gets me. Let's try it again. Let's start from the beginning. Okay. Technology will always get you. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. Okay. So, what do you have here? I see here, Elise says, hold on a second. Let me put that on the screen. Elise says, my husband and I hung out with my son and daughter. We saw a lot of art and met some great artists. We went to parts of Brooklyn that we had never been to before. Nice. And also Jazzy says, I am glad that you finally hung it. The picture that I took of you holding popped up on my phone the other day. Nice. Okay, there they go. They're having a conversation there. Okay, let's try this again. I think this is going to pop up on the screen properly this time. Not sure why it went to magnification mode, but that's what happened. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Now we can present. Not sure what happened last time, but here we go. So everyone was out yesterday and they were dancing. Man, it was such a beautiful day to dance. And these folks were dancing their butts off. I mean, the drums were playing, the African drums. They had like a circle of maybe 10 drummers and just beating. And then the coordination of folks beating their drums is absolutely incredible because they get this rhythm and then they become in tuned to one another. And then as they are playing and then someone starts dancing, then they become in tuned to the dancer. And so they're beating the drum with the dancers. And then exactly when the dancer wants to stop, they go boom and stop the music. It was absolutely incredible watching these dancers. And they had so much fun. There's nothing like BAM's Dance Africa 2025 or She says, shoot, I can get down too. Really, Food Plane? Can you dance, Food Plane? Okay. Look at this gentleman. I had to throw in the black and white. This photo commanded a black and white photo, and his facial expression, and he has all his, his look. He got his shells and trinkets around his neck and all kinds of stuff, and had a big, beautiful cape that he was dancing. And there he is right there in color. I mean, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. The photos, I was like, oh, I nailed it. I mean, if I must say so, sometimes you have to sometimes you give yourself credit when you're out there in the field and kind of like photographing, and oh, this was a good shot. And here's a really cool shot. I really enjoyed photographing. This guy was just doing his thing. He was dancing. And then this young person was just standing there. Beautiful, beautiful young girl. And I love the way the back of this person, I can't show you. The back of this person lined up with the hoodie. It was perfect shot. Just, it lined up so nicely. I see Food Plane says, love the black and white. Wow. And Food Plane again says, I love African culture. Beautiful people. Let me put that on the screen here. Beautiful people, delicious food, amazing wardrobe, and great music. It really is the time where people come out and show their best. It's a fashion show. It's food. It's everything. It's total black African culture, the diaspora, whether you're black from, you're a black African. I hate using, I rather use African, whether you're an African from America, as in being brought here, or you're an African in the Caribbean, or African from the actual continent. Everyone was represented. Everyone's represented. Jazzy says, I don't know how you explain it, but your photos capture movement and soul in ways that's so unique. Thank you. Thank you. Check out this one. Check out this photo. Y'all gonna laugh when you see this one. Look at this. There's another one of this gentleman. He's just doing his thing, but I kept getting these great moments photographing him. You see this, the garment he's wearing and the alignment, like, I'm all about lines. And so you see his eyes, his hand on his hat. He's got a dandy African feel to his outfit. And and he was doing his thing. He must have been probably, I would say, near 70 years old, somewhere around there. And he was dancing and dancing hard. Then I had this, you get some of the musicians out there playing their she's got the cowbell going there, and but you see the people surrounded in their outfits, the looks. It's just so beautiful, guys. I cannot explain to you in the feeling of the day, of the moment, of these events. This gentleman, their music group, they were there, and I took pictures of them. He said, take pictures of me, take pictures. So I took some photos of he and his crew. And I loved his hair. His hair was just so like, wow. And they were there. And it's another photo of him as well. And but I got some really cool shots. I really had a good time. And I only go for like 3 hours. I don't go for the whole day. But, people come ready to do their thing, right? Look at the color. I said, sir, I take your picture. He said, absolutely. Look at the dance. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I mean, just so cool. I just got myself down on the ground, just started photographing away. Look at that. Look at that. Nothing like capturing motion. Especially, look how high he's off the ground. Man, he was dancing his tail off. I mean, he was kicking, he was moving. Man, and you see all the photographers all over the place around. Yes, I've been to Africa 8 times. Food Plane. I've been to Africa. I lived in South Africa for 3 months in the southern region, and I visit Africa about 8 times. Yes, I love Africa, and I cannot wait to go back so I can bring some stuff, some information to you guys, and share some of the moments of Africa and what makes it so special, and how to get there and all that stuff. Food Plane says, wow, you must have great photos from there. I have lots of photos. I have about 1 million photos probably in my portfolio of photos. But look at this shot. Look at this shot. I was like, I got a shot. This shot was excellent. And this is like in low light. The sun is setting. I'm really shooting against the light. So without a flash, now if I had a flash, it would have been even more brilliant. But I like the natural light. So, and here's another. Is this the last one that I photo? That's the last one I edited. Yeah, that's the last one. So there's more to come. Stay tuned. There's a lot of photos that you're going to really enjoy in this series, and then I'll post them on Instagram and also in this footage. You'll be able to see it in the community postings here. Okay, what time is it? Let me look at my clock. It is time to get to lessons because I got to get out of here. I can't keep you here more than an hour. So, and I can't stay here more than an hour. But look at that. That shot is excellent. I just love it. Hey, hold on. Can I do this? Let's see. I won't do it. It won't expand. Okay. That's it on that. Okay, let's get ready for class, y'all. Let's get ready for class. It is time for some schooling. Now, how this topic came about is because I am a Google. What do we call ourselves? We are Google contributors, and so everywhere I go, I photograph food, I photograph where I am, and I put onto the Google platform my feelings about a particular place. I critique on Google restaurants, and I photograph them. And I get these little points. Now I've reached a level where I get these little points every week, and so they add up, and I can use them towards different things. And now they are worth a little bit of dollar amounts. But in case you want to become a Google, let me just put that up there while I'm starting, but talking about it's wrong one. There we go. Google reviews. So I think I'm going to take the chat off when I'm doing reviews. There we go. Okay, so we do lessons. I'll take the chats off. That's the beauty of having that little button there. So 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. First of all, can I ask them the question? I'm going to ask the question: how many of you do Google reviews? How many in this community do Google reviews? Any folks out there do Google reviews? Is it just me and myself and Gwendolyn? Are we the only nerds in the building? But I've done more than 19. I know this, you're gonna laugh about this. I've done more than 19 million already? I think I've gotten 19 million responses from my reviews on Google reviews. So I'm really getting up there on what they call. I think Gwendolyn has me by one level. She might have me by one level. But I do a lot of photography. I add photography to my pages, or my reviews, and but I always say, you know what? I get a question a lot of times: how do you take pictures when you're at the restaurant, when you are eating your food, and you have your smartphone? how do you take better photos? Casley says, good tip, Google reviews, right? Google reviews. They are so good. Use them. And then G says, I love Google reviews. And what I've learned because of my status on Google reviews, sometimes I'll throw my weight around. Sometimes I'll go to a restaurant and I will say, they're just talking to me and I go, oh, you know what? I'll make sure I review you guys today. And they go, really? I said, yeah, I'm one of the Google reviewers. I do Google reviews. And they said, oh, really? How long you been doing that? I go, oh, yeah, I've been doing it for a while. How about 15 million at that time, 15 million responses on my Google reviews. They're like 15 million. So then the restaurant folks go like, oh, we need to treat him like the best. And I was like, don't treat me differently than you would normally treat people. But I said, I just want you to know I'm going to review this, what you do here today. And let me tell you, it makes a difference. It does make a difference. And then sometimes I'll show them because, I go on my little app, and I show them how many reviews I have. And they are like, what? You have that many reviews and you've gotten that many responses? Yeah, they're usually like shocked. They can't believe it. And let me see if I have my Google. Let me see. Let me go to my Google page here. And it's usually now it's located on your Google Maps. And you contribute on your Google Maps. So if you have Google Maps on your phone, like I have here, you just put on your Google Maps and then you put in, and there's a little thing that says contribute, right? And if I want to contribute, also right now I'm at 15. I still have 15 million photo reviews. How's the best way to show this to you? And yeah, so that's me, 15 million reviews. And I do write a lot about a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm at 16 million now. So it says can you see that? 16 million reviews. So, but it does give you a little extra status when you go to a restaurant and you mention it casually, not like in your face, but casually. And I always find that my service is impeccable because of it. So anyway, let's get to the class because we got to get you out. We got 15 minutes to do this and we are going to do it. Okay, so with that groundwork, with that knowledge of why you do Google reviews, go onto Google Maps. There's a little thing that says contributors or contribute. And then you can also review the places you go. And on Android phones, anywhere you go, it pops up automatically. On Apple, you have to summons it. So here we go. 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. Okay, 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. G says, the local guide level also establishes trust for new businesses. Exactly. Kimmy Kim says, you have been around, Ron. I do. I get around. I get around these streets. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. Today, we're diving into how to take amazing photos. Amazing photos for Google reviews. Whether you're a business owner or a customer wanting to share your experience, these tips will help your photos stand out and make a lasting impression. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. First one, use natural light. Use natural light, right? Whenever possible, take your photos during the day and utilize natural light. It makes your images look more vibrant and true to life. If you're indoors, position your subject near a window to get that soft, diffused light. You'll notice, Kim noticed that when we were together in Philadelphia, I will always ask for seats by the window. I will always ask the restaurant host to sit me by the window. Why? Because I want natural light. Natural light. So that way I don't have to take out a flash. I don't have to use a flash. All I need to do is take my smartphone out and snap the picture, and I get the beautiful light that's necessary to convey the point that this food looks good and that people should go there for this particular dish. Next, focus on composition. A well-composed photo can make a huge difference. Use the rule of thirds to place your subject off center and create a more dynamic image. Pay attention to the background and make sure it's not too cluttered. Right? You see here how you see the picture, you see the burger, this little sandwich is to the left, and then you see the background as a background. There's another burger or sandwich in the background, but it's kind of like blurred out because you are focusing how we focus, right? You take your finger and focus, put your finger on the subject on your screen, and it's going to focus that area, make that area sharp, and then you're going to get that beautiful softness in the background. Okay, so you'll be shooting like a photographer, like a real photographer, not just someone just hanging out, just taking pictures randomly. Have purpose in your photography. Have purpose when you shoot your subjects. Okay, so there you go. So, and also reduce the clutter. Next, capture the details, whether it's the texture or a dish at a restaurant or the intricate design of a product. Details matter. Get close and fill the frame with your subject to highlight these elements. Now, I have a lot of food for the foodies in here on these photos. But don't just take one photo. You get more credits on your review when you take 3 photos. So what I like to do, I like to take it from over. I take it from the left on the side and to the right on the side. Or I turn the plate around. So I got one view from the side of the plate, and then I turn the plate around and get it from another view. So that means you get 3 photos for that subject. It counts. It gives you more leverage in your Google reviews. The more photos you take, the more points you get in your Google reviews. The more photos you take. And then if you want to go an extra mile, if you take a moment and snap a quick little video, it will give you even more points on your Google reviews. For instance, there are only certain meals that can only be conveyed. You need a video. The photo is not enough. For instance, when I'm at a restaurant and they have like something that's coming out of the oven, coming to the table, and it's sizzling and steaming, well, the picture is going to give you a great shot, but you can't get the sound in the picture. So what I will do is go an extra mile when it comes to those type of foods. The steam is coming up, the stuff is sizzling, and you can you hear the sounds of it. Man, you get some points on videos. So you can use your video also. So I'm throwing that in there, but you can throw your video in there as well. It gives you more points on your Google reviews because you do get points. Hope this is helping someone. If this is helping you, just say, yes, I'm learning something. Midway, I'm learning something. Put it in the chat, in the comment box. I'm learning something, Ron. I did not know this. I did not know. If you're learning something, put it in the box. Here we go. Next one. Keep it steady. Blurry photos can be a turnoff. Use both hands to hold your camera or phone. And if possible, use a tripod or rest your device on a stable surface to avoid any shaking. You know, Dr. Tachi and I, this is our pet peeves. We hate blurry photos and we hate movements of cameras. So you take your camera with two hands, hold it with two hands, and then snap the photo. Snap the photo, right? Hold it with two hands. You're more steady. If you hold it with this, you got more motion. It's going to move. But if you hold it with two hands, top, bottom, hold it, right? Hold it steady. Take good pictures. Okay? Jazzy says, I'm learning something. Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, Jazzy. Jazzy says, I'm learning something. I see hands up for Kenny, but that was for our time at the restaurant. There we go. There you go. Are you learning something? Elise says, I'm learning something. Okay. As long as you're learning, I don't want to see any crickets out there. But hold with four hands. Sorry, 4 positions, 2 hands, 4 positions. Okay, there you go. Next. Edit thoughtfully. A little editing can go a long way. Adjust the brightness, contrast, and saturation to make your photo pop. But avoid over editing. Can I say that again? Avoid over editing. You want the food or the people or the building or things about the building or the restaurant to shine, to look good, to look like they are. So that when people go to that restaurant or go to that venue, go to the museum, go to the gallery, it looks as you photographed it. Okay, so edit thoroughly. A little editing can go a long way. Adjust the brightness, contrast, and saturation to make your photo pop, but avoid over editing. You want your images to look natural and inviting. There, Kimmy says, I'm learning too. There you go. Kimmy says, I'm learning too. There you go. That's why we're here. Tip Tuesdays. We do this every Tuesday. Tip Tuesdays. That's why we do it. Another thing I do when I go to a restaurant to add to my photo quantity is sometimes I will go to a restaurant and they will have something that is so beautiful or so amazing and so unique to that restaurant. I got to photograph it, whether it be photos on the wall. Like when I go to Capital Grille, it's a very expensive restaurant here in New York City, but the Capital Grille that used to, I don't know if it's still there, across the street from it's really downstairs in the Chrysler building. Downstairs, they have all these pictures, like these portraits of famous New Yorkers, black and white, but a lot of them are black. And I'm usually going through and I take pictures, kind of like to show them off. Or there's a restaurant in New York City, not too far from Radio City, and it's I forgot the name of it, but it's a Chinese restaurant, and it is world renowned. And there's only one in New York, and it's like one in every major city around the world. And when you go downstairs, they have this big glass wall, and you see all the chefs working and the people prepping the food. And so what I did when I was down there for this, we went to this restaurant, I took pictures of everyone and then the distance and the people working and the shadows moving across the windows. But I wanted to tell a great story as I reviewed this restaurant. See, I don't just take pictures of food sometimes. Most of the time, a lot of times, if I go to a restaurant and it's unique, you want to photograph the things that are unique about it. The decor. The decor is so important. Ambiance is so important to the restaurant. How does the restaurant make you feel? Or the venue, like a museum, a gallery, wherever you're going, a concert, music. Take pictures and put them on the review. Here we go. Another one. Add context to images. When you upload the photo to Google Reviews, add a caption or description. This gives viewers more information about what they're seeing and why it's important. Yes, and Kimmy said it. Yes, that probably helps show the ambience. When Kimmy and I went, when she showed off her town, Philadelphia, to me, we went to this restaurant. I didn't just take pictures of the food. She saw me. I was taking pictures of the chandelier because it was unique. I took pictures of how it was laid out. It was like this old blue, all these ocean blues, and it was, the colors were brilliant. Then I took pictures of the street. Then I took pictures of the food. She was like, I know Kimmy thought I was crazy, but I was doing my things. Yep, Kimmy says, when she's reading these reviews, I like to see that in reviews. So don't do your Google reviews half-heartedly. Get into it. Dive into your reviews. Photograph everything. Okay, for an extra edge, here we go. That's what I was just talking about. Photograph the interiors, art decor, etc. Also, use your smartphone video mode. I talked about that already. Video footage will increase the point rewards. Video footage will increase the point rewards. And here's some shots. Here's some food shots. From above. We see that? From plate level. From above. On the sides. Above. Baskets of food. Pancakes on the grill. If it comes in the grill on a plate, that's a plate though. Berries, take a picture. Take a picture. Sometimes it's the cups. It's your beverage going to, some of these companies, coffee companies. I won't name them. They're not sponsors. Okay, here we go. To conclude. And there you have it, folks. There you have it, folks. 6 tips to help you take stunning photos for Google reviews. Remember, great photos can make a big impact and help others make informed decisions. You are doing this for people that are going to view it. You are doing this. You are telling your story. For all those folks out there that want to be photographers, for all those folks that want to be photographers, a good place to start is Google reviews. Why do I say that? 1, you're going to take out your smartphone and take pictures. 2, you're going to take pictures spontaneously. 3, when you take those pictures, then you get a chance to edit them. 4, then you get to tell your story. You get to tell a story. You learn some of the basic principles of photography, as in telling your story. If you are you're doing journalistic photography, like photojournalism, this is a good place to start. Telling your story while you're in a particular venue. You see how I roll. I tell the story. And now I do videos when I'm telling my stories. And then I go live and share along the way. Tell your story. A good place to start for all you food lovers out there, all you foodies. A lot of you guys go out to restaurants. A lot of you guys go out to eat. Start taking pictures and using your Google reviews. Right? There you have it. What says you? And then we're going to get out. You got 5 minutes. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? This is a Q&A moment. You got a Q&A moment. This is your time. This is your time. You got a Q&A moment. Any questions? Hannah says, I am learning something for sure. And that's why we show up. That's why I show up here. I do not miss, these opportunities to share with you. Okay? There you have it. There you have it. I think we're good. I think you're good. So on this wonderful Tuesday, I will have to remind you, that's right, make sure if you are interested in lessons of any kind, I do virtual photography classes. So Photograph Your World, Virtual Basic Photography 101, fun tutoring, using your camera, model, creating instruction, and learning at your pace, available in-person tutoring in New York City. Guys, and pass it on. If someone's looking for a tutor, I do tutoring. Okay. Also, make sure you put your name on the mailing list, our mailing list, so that way we can reach out to you if something happens to the internet and we can't contact you through this platform again, but at least I can reach out to you and still send you lessons and stuff that we're doing. Okay. Also, I am an event photographer, as you can tell from the photos I took at the BAM yesterday, at BAM's African Dance Africa Festival 2025. Okay, event photography. That's what I do. That's my main function when I'm working. I got a couple of projects coming up, but I'm always open to put more stuff on my calendar. Last but not least, thank you, Patreon members. And we got some new Patreon members. I don't know if they want me to tell you who they are, so I won't. I'm trying to be respectful. But we did get some new Patreon members over the last 2 weeks. So I'm thankful. If you want to become a Patreon member and you want to support what we do here, if you get value from this platform, then support it. That's how we pay the bills. That's how we pay for StreamYard. That's how we pay for Canva. All of it adds up. You can support if you get something out of this platform. But again, I want to thank our wonderful Patreon members. You help support this platform and you make it possible. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, have a wonderful Tuesday. I hope you, again, I see some of you guys have learned something here. And Cass says, yes, Cass. She said, have to get back on your Patreon to get updates too. Yes. And all the Patreon members that are just the free Patreon members, y'all need to start helping out. Just saying. If you get value out of this community, if you get value, then support it. And Lisa says, have a great day. She says, have a great day. Okay, guys, I'm going to get rushed uptown to the doctor's office. Wish me luck. Hope my oncologist results come back positive. I mean, in a positive way, not positive in anything bad, but that everything works out properly. Okay, so keep me in your prayers as I go to my oncologist, the doctor visits. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow on our Wednesday, Water Cooler Wednesday. We'll do that tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love you, and later. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.